back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well today, and I'm doing good, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And in this video right here, I'm going to be telling you guys about some companies that will hire you fast, and we're also going to talk about the interview process with these companies as well, okay? So you guys know I'm always coming to you guys with the real. Each of these companies that I'm going to mention, I have applied to work with, I've interviewed with, and I received job offers with all of the companies except one of the companies because the job wasn't, you know, what I thought it would be, okay? So just to give you guys a little bit of information, I am currently looking for a part-time work-from-home job that I can work year-round. I do have some financial goals that I'm trying to reach next year, and I want a part-time job that I can work, you know, flexible hours, or they don't necessarily have to be super flexible. So that's why I've been coming to you guys quite a bit with a lot of part-time opportunities, because I myself am looking for these part-time opportunities, okay? So I've always told you guys, any jobs that I post on my channel, I'm willing to do. And that is not something that I just say. That is the 100% truth. Throughout this process for me, I will be keeping my options open. There will be jobs that I will be turning down. I'm going to go with the best thing that's going to work for me in my situation as someone who is full-time self-employed. So I'm going to be telling you guys all of the information about the positions, and if the positions are no longer available, just go ahead and check the career section of that company, you know, on a regular basis to see if the position is available. And if the position is available, of course, I will link the direct position, but I will be linking the company's career sections in the description bar. So you can just go ahead, you know, and periodically check the companies to see if the jobs are available. So before I get into it, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button. Also subscribe to my channel if you're new. And also go ahead and share this video for anyone that's looking for real work from home jobs, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, guys, so the first company was Care.com, and Care.com is a company where they have child care providers who work from home and stuff like that, and they, you know, link the child care providers with people who are looking for child care, okay? So they did have a part-time position as like a care coordinator or something like that. I'm not sure if that's the exact name of the position, but I will put the exact name of the position on the screen for you. And I was interested in this position because it was part-time. It was going to allow you to work anytime that you wanted to work. Within a certain time frame. I don't quite remember what that time frame was, but it was going to allow you to work, you know, flexible hours, and I believe I had to work like 20-something hours a week, which was not a problem for me. The pay for the position was $15 an hour, which is not bad at all for a part-time job, but I just didn't like the fact that I would have to be on the phone and stuff like that, so I chose not to go with that position. And then I also had a vacation coming up, and it was kind of going to interfere with my vacation. So I chose not to accept that position. I do believe the company was going to provide you with the equipment, and you didn't need a landline phone. The calls were going to come straight through your computer. So that was great as well. So I definitely think that this would definitely be a good opportunity for someone who, you know, is okay with talking on the phone, wants to have a flexible schedule. So in terms of the interview for this company, there was a phone interview. So I had a brief phone interview, probably maybe like 15 minutes, where she just asked me a few questions, you know, like about my resume and stuff like that. And then, you know, she told me more about the position. And then after that, we went ahead and scheduled a video interview, and this was going to be a virtual interview. Of course, you're going to be on camera. Of course, I had to be dressed in business casual. I just basically had on a business casual shirt. Didn't really matter, you know, what pants I had on, because they weren't going to be seeing all of that. But of course, you know, when you do your video interviews and stuff like that, you make sure that your background is neat, make sure your hair is neat and all of that good stuff, okay? So I went through that process, and it was multiple managers in that process, and they just were asking quite a few questions, like about my resume, my experience, you know, my flexibility and things like that. So that's pretty much how that went. And then after the video interview, they actually offered me the position probably like the next day. Another good thing about this position is that they were going to allow you to make your schedule like 2 weeks out. So you would know when they needed you, the times that they needed you. You would know that 2 weeks out, and you could make your schedule 2 weeks out. So that was great. But when they emailed me and told me the start date for the position, I knew that it wasn't going to, you know, coincide with my vacation, and I definitely was going to be taking my vacation, so I didn't accept the position, okay? So yeah, I definitely think that that was a really good position, and if it comes around again, you guys should definitely apply for it. Okay guys, so next up we have the company VO, and the website is Vowright.com, and they were hiring for an overnight customer support. Now the job said part-time, but I ended up getting to the interview and found out that it was full-time. But just to give you guys more information, with this job right here, you will be assisting customers via email and phone. You will be working like from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in Central, you'd have to adjust that to your time zone. Now I'm not sure if this company had any state hiring restrictions or anything like that. The company is based in Chicago, but, you know, they knew I was in Georgia and they still, you know, wanted to interview me and all of that. The interview process was a Zoom interview. It was only one person in the interview, and it was pretty, you know, easy and straightforward. Like I said, most of these companies is all the same. They're asking you questions about your resume and, you know, your experience and stuff like that. You guys pretty much know how an interview goes. Now, after you have that interview, they're going to send you an assessment where there are going to be some questions, and then you're going to have to respond to those questions as if you were sending the customer an email, okay? So, you know, you will be able to use their app and I think maybe their website to get the answers to the questions. And of course, you would need to, you know, make sure that you're typing accurately, you know, giving the customer the proper answer, and just also have a great tone to the way that you're, you know, typing up the, you know, email and everything like that. So that's what you would do next in terms of, you know, the interview process. Now, when I received the assessment, I didn't even respond because I knew that those hours weren't going to work for me. So I didn't even respond. So now this job was $15 an hour also, and it was starting pay. So, you know, with experience, you possibly can make more. So if the job is still available, you'll definitely see it in the description bar. And if it's not available, then I will just leave their career section in the description bar, okay? Guys, so next up, we have Southern New Hampshire University, okay? So Southern New Hampshire University, they hire for academic advisors. And as an academic advisor, you would be assisting, you know, college students with their academic goals, okay? So, you know, you'd be helping them kind of figure out what major that they want to go into, or if they need to change majors, or you basically would be, you know, their advisor in terms of, you know, what they're going to do during college and, you know, during their college career, what some of their career goals are, you know, and just kind of put them on the right path to, you know, getting to that while they're in college, all right? I went ahead and applied, and this job pays $16.85 an hour. Now, the thing I didn't like about this particular job was that you'd be working Monday through Saturday. You could work any hours between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. So there was no, you know, rhyme or reason to the schedule or anything like that. So the interview process with this company was a digital interview first. So basically, I had to, you know, click a link and then, you know, go into a digital interview where there's no one there, but I'm just answering the questions that are on the screen. I think the digital interview probably took about 15 minutes. Another part of the digital interview is like a mock email response. So again, you're going to have a question that a student is asking you, and then you're going to have to respond to that question as if you were emailing that customer back. So this job was going to be email and phone. So that's one thing I liked about that, the fact that it was email and phone. I'm not sure if it was mainly email and some phone, or mainly phone and some email. I wasn't quite sure. So after my digital interview, which I believe was the same day, I did receive a message saying that they were interested in moving on to the next step. And the next step was going to be a virtual interview with multiple managers again, okay? You had to give them examples on certain things that you would recommend for a student. You had to also show them that you understood that the students' well-being and getting the students in the right program was like of the utmost importance to you. So, you know, if you're interested in helping people and that's something that you wouldn't mind doing, definitely go ahead and check them out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, I definitely recommend all of these companies. Just do your research and everything, and, you know, make sure the positions are right for you. Literally took between like 1 to 2 weeks, and that's going to include, you know, receiving an email, you know, being offered the first interview, the second interview, and then receiving the offer letter. Probably took like 2 weeks for each of the companies, which isn't bad at all. And so, yeah, definitely go ahead and check these companies out. You already know, if you have any questions or any comments, you can leave those below. And as usual, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.